Some collective readings leading up to the week of Valentine's Day. I told you guys I was going to start doing some lives earlier in the day and during the week when my house is quieter, so that is the goal. We're going to start doing some more of those, especially after next week. My house will be even quieter, so we're going to start doing some paid personals during the lives, and then I also offer collective readings. Those ones are free. Those are like what I post during the week. So let's see what we have going on for the collective. I'm going to pull some charms and some tarot, and then if anybody happens to join us while we're live, you guys can purchase your own paid personal reading today if you would like to. They are $10. We're only doing the mini readings during the live because we're not going to be on here too awful long today. So if you would like to do that, my link in the bio is how you do that, or a link in the description box. That's how you find it. Okay, so let's see, what is the energy this week? What's going on for the collective? Ooh, okay. Some intuitive hits might be coming. I feel like you are really waking up. Your intuitive juices could be flowing. You might be studying something. You might be learning about like a new project is what they're giving me. There could be an area of study that you are focusing on this week. Give you some insight, some intuition, fact finding is what I'm picking up. Wow. Also helps you close a difficult chapter in your life, in your world. So the world tells us that we are completing a difficult phase, but we're going to overcome any sort of challenges or difficulties. And as a result, we kind of get the world in the palm of our hands. You could be traveling, moving, or relocating as well. You might also meet somebody while you're there. So the Page of Cups is an interesting card because this person could be younger than you. There could be a child born out of a relationship with this person. This could also be a child of yours if you have children. I feel like they're giving you their love and affection. So whoever this person is coming in. You are looking like you're going to walk away from something or someone, that there's collateral damage, things can't be fixed, and so you might be turning your back on this person and going solo, going in a new direction. For some of you, you're about to get your confidence back. There's been some things in your world, well, both apply. So there's been some things that maybe shattered your confidence, so you're about to get your confidence back, or as I like to call it, Stella got her groove back. I think there was a movie called that once upon a time. Interesting. Hi, welcome in. So I do think that you might be commanding a lot of attention. That might ruffle some feathers in your world. This person likes things to be done a certain way, facts, figures, and logic. So don't overthink things. Try not to be fault finding or critical. Be cautious of authority figures, maybe people who don't see things the same way that you do. You could have some hiccups there. You're about to be paid for your worth, your time, your attention to detail. I feel like the Nine of Pentacles is always a card that makes me think that everything that you've worked so hard for finally starts to pay off. So we love that. Don't forget to have some boundaries, okay? Really important. I feel like there could be some people that kind of push your buttons this week, that test those boundaries. Make sure that you are firm on what it is that you need or want. Some of you are traveling, moving, or relocating to a calmer place, okay? This could be physically moving, homes, jobs, situations, relationships. But if things have been chaotic for you, you're saying no to that and you're going forward in a new direction. There could be love along the way, right? It is the week of Valentine's Day, so an unexpected love offer could take you by surprise. Could be from someone from your past. We're in the shadow phase of Mercury in retrograde. Officially, it starts on, I believe, the 20th of February till mid-March sometime. I'd have to look up the specific dates. We do have love coming in. You have to make a decision when it comes to this partnership. One thing could definitely lead to a lot of pain and heartbreak, survival mode, right? We want to cut those things off. We don't want those. Spirit's telling you might need to be a little bit more adventurous when it comes to love and romance this week, but say no to toxic things. We don't want anything with strings attached. We don't want anything that's going to keep us stuck. We want to make some progress going forward. Ten of Wands. All right, it's time to lay down the baggage and all of the burdens and find your strength and confidence again. And there you find some good news to celebrate. All in all, it looks like a pretty good week. You just have some decisions that you need to make about love. You might be moving or traveling. And for some of you, you need to find your courage and confidence to walk away from things, people, or situations you don't need and you don't want. We're going to pull charms as well. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you. See what's going on. All right, what do we have? Ooh, the moon. Okay, so there could be some illusions being revealed. Something that's hidden comes to light. So see the truth for what it is. Truth bombs might be being dropped, okay? The sword cutting away things that aren't good for you, overthinking, toxicity. We want the truth to prevail. We do have the little twin angels here. I know those are difficult to see sometimes. Apologies. So you could be a twin flame on the journey. I also feel like Spirit's trying to get you to connect to your higher self. And you're going to have some sort of like truth or revelation, some sort of download or information coming through. We do have some happiness coming in, fresh starts, new beginnings. That's so funny. They're showing me what looks like a commercial for cat litter. That's a random one to come in, but it's called Tidy Cat. That is so bizarre. I feel like there's something definitely to do with cats. Maybe it's like your familiar or your best friend, but there's definitely some sort of connection to somebody having a cat, and specifically Tidy Cat is what's coming through. Random. Okay, so we're going to plant some roots. We might be adding some branches and leaves to our family tree. There's some growth happening. We have a moon and stars, so this person might be kind of the center of your universe. Or you theirs, vice versa, whatever happens to resonate. Could be taking a trip somewhere, planes, trains, and automobiles, forward progress, movement, momentum. We are in the year of the fire horse, so things are picking up speed and you might be traveling. And then we need to connect to the higher realms. We need to connect to our spiritual self, religious beliefs, all of those things. And we need to make sure that we are tapped into that energy. It's going to help guide us where we need to be and away from things we don't want. All in all, I feel like there's definitely some forward progress that's going to be made towards some happiness and finding out some sort of truth or revelation. All right. Hi, welcome in. I'm Jenna, if you guys haven't seen me before. So I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I am I'm a medium. My spirit team is yapping in my ear right now. So what we're doing today is $10 mini readings if anybody is interested. I don't remember if I can actually type in the chat on my phone while I'm live or not. Let me see. I probably can't. If not, that's okay. Is there an option for that? No. Okay, that's fine. So if you go to the link in my description, the Linktree link, it's going to have the option for you to purchase a reading. So there's charm readings, tarot readings, and mediumship readings. If you are paying through PayPal, there's a button for those. If you want to do the mini, just click the charm reading. It's the $10 reading. If you're going to opt to use Zelle or PayPal, I have buttons for PayPal and Cash App. So you can send your payment to Cash App in the amount of $10 because we're just going to do mini readings today. If you want to use PayPal, use the charm button because I don't have one set up for mini readings on that anymore. So we're going to pull for the collective during the time that we're on as well. And then if anyone wants a personal, let me know if you want tarot, charms, or mediumship. Okay, let's see what we have. Ooh, the Hierophant. Oh, okay. So we might be saying no to somebody. There could be some endings in a romantic connection or marriages. We have the Hierophant followed by the Death card. So Scorpio and Taurus energy. I feel very strongly that somebody has had enough in a situation with a spouse or a significant other, long-standing relationship. You don't have to be legally married for that to apply. But I do feel like things have taken an incredibly long time to be resolved. And at this point, I think one person is thinking that they are unresolvable or it can't be fixed. So we might be closing out a chapter, ending a marriage or a long-standing relationship, and setting ourselves free from things that are holding us back. There's this instance where you've been really juggling things and juggling in a way that it's leaving you depleted. It's leaving you feel like you don't have your needs being met. You might be spread too thin. You could have some financial obstacles going on. And so this is an indication that something's got to give, right? Something has to change for things to be balanced again. So we don't feel like everything's up in the air and juggling. Whatever you choose to let go of is going to actually usher in some fresh starts, new beginnings, and happiness. There is potential of a new partnership coming on the heels of ending one as well. There's a lot of nervous energy that's coming to the surface. My throat chakra is being activated. So I feel like for some of you, you're leaving something that's either toxic or very unhappy, something that's been kind of all over the place, and going towards something that brings you genuine happiness. What else do we need to see here? Where'd it go? Oh, the flipper. Okay. What else? Ooh, there we go. Do we need to see? Okay. So you're kind of at a crossroads and you need to decide what you want to do going forward. You can choose to stay where you currently are and nothing will probably really change. Or you can choose to chase your happiness and go in a totally different direction. But I feel like you're going to be challenged to see things differently so that you're able to really set yourself free, right? It's a lot of overthinking. It's a lot of repetitive cycles, kind of just circling the block over and over again. And I feel like with the Hanged Man being present, that it shows us that we can choose ourselves. We can choose to set ourselves free, or we can choose to repeat the cycles and patterns, but it is always a choice. Remember that indecision is also a choice. If you can't make up your mind, Spirit might make it up for you. What else do we need to see? This is something that they really do want you to let go of. The Ten of Wands is the heavy burden, right? You've carried it for far too long. And so I feel like there's some things you're thinking about, ideas you're kicking around, but there's also this overthinking energy, and we need to let go of that. There could also be some really curious energy. Let's say, for an example, if you've been married for years or you've been with a certain someone for years and you suddenly end things, there could be people that have been waiting in the wings to kind of throw their hat in the ring, is what I'm picking up, that might want to offer you something as well. I personally think if you recently ended something, you need some time for closure, to work on yourself, to heal, and then proceed forward, but give it a little bit of time. You could be a divine counterpart that's coming in. I get tongue-tied when I start channeling, so I'm going to trip over my own words. It's a habit. The Emperor is talking about like strategic, bold action. So you could have a divine masculine that's maybe been waiting for you to be done with a karmic relationship, marriage, partnership. I feel like this person is kind of waiting on when the right time is, and they're showing me a traffic light, red, yellow, green, and they're waiting for the green light to come out because they want to know that you want a fresh start, or that you want something to change. Interesting. The Chariot. We are in the year of the fire horse, and so there's going to be a lot of forward progress. If things have been at a turtle pace and just like dragging on forever and ever and nothing seems to move forward, that is about to drastically change. Chariots are obviously a vehicle, right? So we're making some forward progress. Things are happening quickly. Things are changing quickly. There's also an indication that this is going to help bring in some balance, maybe some closure. I also feel like the Chariot symbolizes that you could be moving, residence, jobs, relationships, purchasing a vehicle. All these things could be happening for you, creating the balance that you're looking for. Could be a reconciliation for some of you. I would say that I would use some caution. Split the deck. We have the Empress. Okay, I would use some caution, maybe getting back together with this person until you know that things have actually changed. You will have to make a decision. We have the Lovers and we have the Five of Cups. The only way that you're going to be able to make a true decision about this situation is for you to shift your perspective and to see things differently. Maybe you need to see that this person has changed, and maybe you're unsure that they have. What I'm picking up is this could be a twin flame connection where you guys have been in, they're telling me silence for a long time, like no contact, silence. Maybe you guys have each other blocked on things, but I feel very strongly that you guys need to communicate. And in the interim, one or both of you is more focused on practical matters, work, career, all of those things, right? Building your empire. Anything else we need to see, Spirit? Ooh, okay. So there could be some new offers or opportunities coming in. You might have an unexpected visitor arriving at your door. Nights always bring news. So there's some sort of news or information that's coming in. Could have to do with work and money. Could also have to do with love and romance. But I feel like this is more of a grounded approach to the communication that needs to happen between you two. They want a fresh start and a new beginning. The question is, do you? Remember that it's going to take teamwork to make the dream work. So you're going to need to collaborate and get on the same page. There could be an element of a past life, past person, or something from your past that's resurfacing. Again, don't shoot the messenger. Mercury in retrograde does start around the 20th of February. So we have just a few more weeks until that happens. All right. There will be some sort of fame, fortune, public recognition, or a victory coming to this collective. A wish fulfillment as well. The world tells us we're closing chapters, we're triumphing over difficulties, giving way to us feeling like we're on top of the world. Some of you are going to travel internationally. Listen to your instincts and intuition. It's going to help guide you where you're supposed to be in this situation. And we have more news coming in. So somebody's going to take action. I do feel like you're going to be tested. Your patience might be tested this week. Keep your head level and screwed on straight. Knight of Swords, though. Somebody's getting ready to like pull the trigger and take action somewhere. I do feel like it's towards marriage and commitment. I feel like this person's had cold feet or hesitation for a long time, and something within them is changing. One final card, Spirit. What's the conclusion, please? There we go. The Star, a wish fulfillment. Wish comes true. Okay. Somebody could also be the star of the show, because we have the Star and we have the Six of Wands, which is potential for fame, fortune, public recognition, victory, showcasing your gifts, talents, and abilities, highlighting who or what you bring to a situation in a really positive way. This could be at your work. Maybe there's something that kind of puts you in the spotlight. They're giving me the word preclude. So I feel like there's something that, as a result of this recognition, helps you to kind of secure new offers. Could even be potential for like notoriety in a public way. They're showing me like news articles could be published about you. There could be a lot of chatter things on social media, networking, things to do with like what you do for a living. So there could be potential for somebody to really kind of like blow up overnight in the best way possible. So I love that for you guys. We're going to pull some charms. We're going to see what else is going on for you guys this week. Clean up my cards here. Personals are open, so if you guys want to book one of those, you can. Can you read it for me like a general? Yes, they're $10 during the live. So if you would like to purchase one, all you have to do is go to my LINKTREE. It's the link in my bio. So if you go to my homepage, you're going to see there's links there. Look for the LINKTREE and then click that. It's got options for PayPal, Cash App, or Zelle. All right, let's see. What do we have going on here? Oh, yeah, exactly what I'm picking up. Things are about to accelerate. Things are taking off. Spirit's giving me the word astronomical change. So for somebody out there, there's going to be some major changes in your world. We are closing the tail end of the snake year so that we can officially, at the spring equinox, enter the year of the fire horse from the year of the wood snake. Snake year was all about shedding. It was a 9 year. So it's all about getting to completion, overcoming challenges, dismantling things that don't work so we can finally make some forward progress. But we had to shed all the layers of our previous version of ourselves to get to this new version of ourselves. And that's where things really start to take off. Fresh starts, new beginnings are amplifying, okay? Your crown chakra might be really activated over the next few weeks. So intuition, thoughts, creativity, creativity, sudden knowing of certain things that it's like you just know the answer. You don't know how you know the answer, but you know the answer. You might go from a lone wolf to finding your tribe, finding your pack. I feel like there's also some things that maybe made you a little bit crazy, made you want to kind of like lose your mind a little bit. Spirit saying to calm that they're going to come and help assist you wherever you need the assistance. You could be finding angels, feathers, wings, angel wings, feathers. There we go. So you could be seeing feathers in your path. Specific colors that they want you to look for, they're showing me like a light gray. They're also showing me black, and some of you might find like a blue or a red feather. So look up the specific colors meaning of those feathers for your message from your angels should you find one of those. And we have what looks like a poodle or a dog. So your familiars, right? Your furry friends, man's best friend. I always think that it's kind of ironic that dog, D-O-G, is God, G-O-D, spelled backwards. Why? Because they're man's best friend. God wants to be like the center of your world. So connect, communicate, meditate, pray, ground, all of those things. We are going to be shedding the last little bits of things throughout the next week or two until we hit Pisces season, which happens on the 18th of February. So then we will be in Pisces season from Aquarius season. Could be interesting. I'm excited for it. I'm a Pisces sun, so my birthday is in March. Very excited. All right. Anybody that wants to do a personal, those are available. They are $10 during the live today. So if you would like one, we will do a personal reading of your choice, tarot charms or mediumship for that $10. We do read for the collective otherwise. All right, so we have the Queen of Cups out here. I feel like there is something that you need to nurture that you want to grow. Could be family, could be work, all sorts of different things. I feel like you're really looking for somebody who kind of pours into you like maybe you do to them, right? And I feel like maybe you haven't had equal give and take when it comes to love. Maybe you've been dealt kind of a crappy hand in life, especially around love. Maybe there's been a lot of heartbreak. Maybe there's been a lot of backstabbing and betrayal. Maybe there's been grief and loss. There's definitely been something that happened in love somewhere in your love life that really left its mark. And I feel like you're slowly starting to kind of piece things back together so that you feel ready for love to actually enter your world. Interesting. This is going to be something that could involve legalities, right? So courts, contracts, anything that is like not in alignment or not equal give and take, I feel like Spirit's going to remove that from you. So you could be dealing with a Libra. We have air sign energy, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. We also have water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and more water sign with the Knight of Cups. You could be getting some sort of unexpected love offer. Somebody might want to propose. Maybe they're going to take it to the next level. Maybe you're going to go to the courthouse and do just a quickie little marriage. Interesting. They're also showing me Vegas. I'm seeing like drive-through wedding chapels. Specifically, the color pink is coming through really strong. They're showing me what looks like a pink Cadillac car. Okay. That has something to do with marriage and commitment. Financially, if you feel like you can't afford it, you need to shift your mindset because things are turning around for you financially. So let's just say, for an example, that somebody wanted to get married, but they didn't think they could afford it. Trust me, if you really want to, there's a way you can do it. You might have to cheap it until you have more money, but you can always afford what you really want. This could be a wish fulfillment for some of you. Maybe it's like you found your person, but the timing was never right. Maybe some things had to change there for things to actually get better. Somebody might have needed some boundaries, right? I do feel like the feminine energy is what I'm picking up. I feel like the feminine energy in this equation is somebody who kind of was the world's doormat. She let people take advantage of her. And she's not doing that anymore. She's choosing herself. So there is a choice needing to be made about love relationships, and you're going to have to decide what is working best for you or not. I feel like primarily you've been focused on building your empire, building career, finances. And so I feel like you're setting yourself free from situations, people, places, or things that drain you, that aren't for you, that people disrespect you, they don't honor your boundaries, and you're saying no, and that's some energetic or karmic justice that's being dealt. You do have a wish fulfillment that's happening in divine timing. Spirit says don't lose hope that the love that you crave is actually out there. Maybe you've kind of lost hope that it's possible. It is still possible. And decide if what you're doing or who you're doing it with is worth your time in investing any further, or do we need to cut our losses and go in a different direction? For some of you, you are actually leaving a person behind. They're giving me the word karmic. Maybe it's their karma to experience pain if they put you through pain, but I feel like it's not even at your hands or your decision. It's Spirit's going to like dole out the karma should there need to be. There could have been an argument or a falling out with this person. Maybe it left you both confused on what do we do going forward. I'm seeing kind of like a lot of shouting, a lot of like finger pointing, judgments really kind of coming through. And so that's not where we really want to be in a loving relationship. So Spirit's going to showcase what needs to change. You feel stuck, but there is truly a way out. Remember, your path to love is through the heart. So if you feel like you're really being challenged to show love, affection, forgiveness, those are things that we need to operate in all of the time, not just when it's convenient. So what Spirit's telling me is that there's been a disconnect in a loving situation, and the way back is through truth and love. Honor your boundaries, honor their boundaries, but open your heart to receive love. Don't be so critical and fault finding, whoever that happens to apply for, because you could be headed towards your forever after. Love, harmony, relationships, marriage, commitment, children, the whole 9 yards. But it's a decision. So you have to decide if this is the path that you want, or do you throw in the towel and go elsewhere. For some of you, I do think that you're headed towards this new path quickly. There's some sort of news that's coming in. Maybe you hear that somebody like went and eloped or ran off to Vegas and got married, but I do feel like marriage very strongly is in the cards. So if this is a wish fulfillment for some of you, that's about to happen. You do have good luck coming in. If you've been struggling financially, I feel like that's also going to change. One more. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So we have the King and Queen of Cups. We have the King and Queen of Swords. I'm trying to see if there's any other pairs here. Nope, just those two. So I do feel like for some of you, you are cutting some situations, people, or things off, right? And that's going to help you to go in this new direction. For others of you, I feel like you've been waiting a long time for things to change, and now something's finally going to. Something is finally shifting to get you where you want to be. So we have wish fulfillments, money, and love coming in for the collective. Remember to walk away from what's not working. If somebody just will not respect you and challenges you constantly, probably going to be a pretty difficult relationship. If somebody's more on your level, on the same page, probably going to be better for you all the way around. All right. Let's see what else we have here. We have a little cat. So I feel like this person really knows the way to your heart, right? They know how to kind of make you purr, so to speak. Water and nourish the things you want to grow. For somebody, you really need to remember to drink your water, that you've been forgetting to do that. You could become a little dehydrated, so remember to drink your water. You might be getting ready to really leave your mark on the world in some way, shape, or form, or on this relationship. It really could have impacted the people around you. We have the tree, so there's some new beginnings, there's some growth, you might have some new additions coming in. We have a little tiny Pegasus unicorn here. So I feel like there's a lot of magic and mystery that's coming in. Maybe you have no idea who this person is. Maybe something's going to drastically change for you. I do feel like you need to be flexible here. Could be headed towards a place that has palm trees. Traveling, moving, relocating. We have the letter T, could be in your name, their name might be significant. I'm telling you, unions are coming in a big way. So there's definitely some unions, weddings, marriages, commitments, engagements coming in. The Hamsa hand tells us that we're protected from all avenues. So as above, so below, north, east, south, and west, and we are connected to the divine always. So you are always protected. some sort of secret or illusion is being revealed. So I do feel like you have a wish fulfillment that's coming in. We do have the dragonfly, so this tells us that things are growing, changing, and we need to be adaptable or flexible. I also feel like if you see a dragonfly, that's going to be important because that's going to show you that your spirit guides are showing you you're in alignment for these changes to happen specifically for you. That is what I have for you guys today. So if I'm not live, you guys can always book with me. Shoot me an email. It's going to be in the description box of all of my videos. You can book with me at any time for any of the readings I offer. I offer tarot, charms, or mediumship session. So I look forward to working with you. Have a great rest of your day.